I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Bonus episode.
Welcome here.
Here?
I don't even know what to say. It's not back. This is brand new.
Everyone gather around and sit down on the little stumps and we're going to have a good time.
We just, we figured we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a vacation. But we didn't want you guys to not hear our sweet, soothing voices.
Dulcet tones of Shane and Bo.
So we thought we'd record a small, this is not an episode.
No.
Don't expect 2 hours. This is like 10 minutes,
10,
guys. 15
minutes.
It's just something fun, a little bit of behind the scenes, a little bit of how we got here, why we did what we did,
why we did this mad thing.
But basically it started with Bo just came to me one day and was like, man, I've been thinking about wanting to do a podcast. And so then I just started hitting him with all the questions. I said, what do you want to do it about? Do you have any thoughts about that? Do you have any idea?
My original idea stemmed from, like, all of my friends don't watch fucking movies, it seems like. And anytime I'll bring a movie up, they're like, yeah, I haven't seen that. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm going to make a list of all these movies. And I'm going to make a podcast where I just bring my friends in and make them watch my stupid movies. And I try and put it over for them and get them into it.
And I heard that idea and I was like, well, that's kind of good. We got a
little hard.
Yeah, I was like, if you want to do that, if you want to do a one with movies, that we'd have to really hammer down on an idea. And so then we started working on it together on something that we could do back and forth. And even from there, it wasn't quite where we're at now, right?
No.
Originally, it was going to be something where you would pick movies and I would pick movies, right? Like we would have our own list and we wouldn't tell each other what they were. And it wasn't going to be that the fans would try to guess from the beers.
It was we would.
And then we quickly realized how absurd that was, because like the whole idea here is that we wanted to be able to discuss movies back and forth, right? Like not one-sided.
Yeah.
And so what happens the first time Bo picks a movie I've not seen, or what we have seen happen many times, I pick a movie Bo has not seen, he would come in and then it is a one-sided conversation because he wouldn't know what it is.
I'd just be sitting there, Shane, just explaining the movie to me, being like, oh,
okay,
that sounds cool.
All right,
I should see this. You know?
It wouldn't be anything else because, again, he wouldn't have that to go from yet. He wouldn't have seen the movie. So
we decided it was better that both of us see the movie.
Yeah, so we quickly were like, oh, we have to abandon that idea. But we
liked the guessing part of it.
Yes, and so we were like, we have to find a way to make this work. And so we were like, well, we can't just be like, guess a movie without something. So then that's where the beer kind of came in from. We were like, well, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, because there's all kinds of beers that have fun, gimmicky names.
And so we were like, we could probably do that. Well, in the beginning, remember, it was gimmicky names. In the beginning, we thought
drinks that were in the movie.
We thought we'd be able to pull that off. And then we actually did do that for our trial.
Yeah, our
episode.
Our unaired test episode.
We recorded one test episode just to make sure, we could riff for an hour back and forth.
Yeah.
And kind of what the flow might be and how
see
it
if
might
we're
work.
even funny.
Yeah. And so we did one, and it was for a Star Trek movie. We've kind of hinted at the fact that we had done that once or twice while talking about other Star Trek franchises. Yeah. And so it was a lot of fun. Definitely pointed out to us though that because that movie itself only had one beer.
Yeah, one beer in it.
And it was Stella, and we hated that we were drinking Stella. We were like, this isn't fun. And so then we were like, why don't we slightly twist this instead of just being something fine in the movie, but something
try and associate with the movie.
And so really we thought we would just do it that way forever, and we did for a long time, but then we quickly were like, well, there are still a couple of things where we can literally just use something from the movie. Yeah. And so like Home for the Holidays always stands out. That's why we drank wine for that one.
Wine and Courvoisier from Ladies' Man.
Another one. So we've done it a few times. Oh, and the
mouthwash shit from Toy Soldiers.
Can't forget the mouthwash.
Those are all great episodes.
They are indeed, actually. Like that's what I was gonna say. Some of the funnest times we have are when we do force ourselves to drink something that's in the movie,
and even when it's bad, like the vermouth
Oh, the sweet vermouth on the
shit.
rocks.
Oh my god, that was so bad, but it was still fun.
It was fun. It was entertaining. It was actually a horrible drink, pleasant drunk, right?
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the effects were pretty good.
Yeah, it was. It was a
The
nice
taste was
nice heady drunk.
yeah. The
right?
taste was god awful.
Oh god.
Like,
The
like you said,
lime
a little
and
bit like
the-
oregano.
Yeah, the
in there.
lime or lemon and
Lemon. Yeah,
letting
it
the
was
ice
lemon.
melt helped a lot.
Yes, a whole lot. It did a lot of work.
You
A
did.
lot of work.
Helped so much.
I don't know if I could have handled it without that. But yeah, so we did. We quickly learned though we had to roll with some punches on exactly how we were going to do everything for the show. And so then we took that idea. And so again, this is one of those things we just wanted you guys to know this because we hint at we worked behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But we mean for months. I've
Like 4
yeah,
4
well,
or 5 months before we ever actually even recorded.
we started I think I've already mentioned before, I work during tax season. And so like we literally started when tax season ended. And so our first episode didn't come out until middle of August.
Yeah.
So 4 months. 4 months
4
of
months.
Prep. Literally 2 to 3 days a week, depending, right? Days
Just
off.
trying to figure out
Pitching back
all
and
this
forth
shit.
ideas, pitching back and forth movies that we might be able to, so we had a catalog to start from. We weren't just like having to hope we can find things.
Format concepts, how we're going to
Yeah,
structure
how we would
everything.
do things, when we would say them. That's changed. Again, we've kind of rolled with the punches of
Yeah.
like what felt natural to us. We've gotten feedback, and we
really appreciate that too.
we take the feedback, and again, we don't follow it to a T because again, it's supposed to feel natural, right?
But
So-
sometimes people have good suggestions.
Well, most of the time, we've never gotten feedback. There's not been something helpful. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nice. None of that usual internet feedback.
Yeah.
You go
So
kill yourself.
there's always something. So even if they say stuff that maybe we didn't use all of the suggestion, they still have something that was
Good
useful,
intention,
right? Yeah. Well, and it
criticism.
was still something I could use. It just maybe they had some other suggestions too that were like, yeah, that's just not us. Doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So again, we've stumbled through this process to find ourselves what has been a really fun time.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't like watching movies and drinking beer?
Well, and we've slowly escalated. We've found more of our footing, right? Like we started, and we would try to run through the movie
As
scene by
fast
scene
as
as
we
fast as we
could.
could. So there's very little of our personality, right?
Yeah,
like
some-
if we'd throw a joke in, it would be like literally like hit the joke and
It was
go,
almost
hit the joke
planned
and go,
even.
right?
Just like, no, we got to hit that joke and then we got to get over here.
Yeah, because again, like because originally we thought we want to do this. It's got to be like an hour, on the spot.
No
an
one's going to
hour.
listen to us talk about movies for longer than an hour, right?
And then we realized that was a hard constraint. We did it for 3 or 4, right?
Yeah,
like
it
the
was-
first, they were all an hour 15,
Hour and 15.
right? Like, but then we started having episodes, and so this is a little bit more of that behind the scenes. We start having some episodes again. Sometimes this is we have fun when we're drinking.
Sometimes we get a little drunk.
Sometimes it's just that we have fun talking about the movie, and you guys think it's the drunk. Like I've talked to some people, fans, that have said to me, literally, I liked you guys when you're not too drunk, and I had I literally had to be like, well, I got to break the news to you that we're never really that. Like there have
Yeah.
been few and far between.
We're just having
times.
a really
Yeah.
good time. I think it's been like twice that we've
Well,
been
and it's
a
usually
little-
like hard alcohol.
Yeah, when it's like
booze.
booze.
When we did Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
there was real booze, and we were drinking
wild
whiskey.
fucking
Yeah.
turkey. It was 101.
101, yeah. So I mean,
yeah,
like
so
we
that
were
was
drinking.
a little.
It was hard not to. For the most part, guys, again, we're not. At this point, I really like to think we're not actually giving things away, but apparently we are.
Apparently,
But I want this to be one of those things that bridges the gap, because a lot of you obviously know we're not getting. Again, the drinking is real. That's not.
but it's usually a 6-pack between the two of us.
So and again, as you've started to see since we started at, like we were talking about here, loosening up on our edits, so you know
Yeah.
exactly how long we're in the room. Like back in the day when you thought we were in here for an hour and we finished a 6-pack between the
Yeah,
two
that
of us.
that would be a little nuts. We're just sitting here chugging them,
Yeah, but
Stone Cold style, cracking them over heads. Bam. Ah.
but now that we've got, what is it, like 3 or 4 episodes that are like barely edited at all.
Yeah.
And you can see they're
They're
2.5
like
to 3 hours
long. It's like
3
a beer
beer
an hour.
Yeah,
That's
3
perfectly
beers
reasonable.
in 3 hours is not that bad.
Perfectly reasonable.
We are never as drunk as you guys thought
We're just
We're not
having
never, but
well,
we are
usually
rarely as drunk as you guys thought. We just have a good again right now, guys. Think about it. This is like 10 minutes. We're not wasted.
No,
We're having fun talking to each other.
I am a
We are cousins that
quarter of the way
genuinely
through
just
this
have
year.
a good time.
Yeah, we've known
when
each
we're-
other our whole lives.
We have a good time when we hang out.
We have similar interests.
We like movies. We enjoy
Mov-
talking about
yeah.
them. We've had a great time going down this beer road
Oh
together.
yeah, dude. I used to be I'd drink like Guinness and Miller Lite. Like that was it.
I used to be a beer opportunist. So just like if I went out and there was a beer, I would just drink it. You know, but I
Yeah.
never really put thought into it. Now, I've paid more attention to what beers are and where they're coming from.
Yeah,
since
I
we
like
started
that
doing
I've
this.
started drinking just random beers and stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't
no,
want to go back in
out
time.
and trying
Go back in
things.
time, just be like, yo, don't be so stingy, motherfucker.
But you know, like I went so off. Like, this is
See,
again, this is one of those things. This lets you see behind the curtain, like these episodes have. Sometimes we get really bad off on a tangent. We're real people.
Yeah.
We have a plan,
yeah.
and we still go off on a tangent. It just happens.
It's more of a bullet point. Try and hit these
as
bits.
best you can. Exactly.
It's mostly just like social media promotion shit. Then anything in the middle is kind of free form, right?
But like I was trying to say before, the episode that really was the one that was our gateway into understanding that it's so hard to edit down when we go off on those tangents was 100% Ernest. Right? Well,
yeah.
That was our first one. That one, you guys don't even know. I hinted at in episodes after it that I did cut a lot out, but I never told you guys just how much. I want to say that episode came out at like an hour and a half. It was like our longest one.
It was our
time.
longest one at the time. We apologized for it even.
That episode had over an hour
cut from it. Some good jokes.
Oh, I have it. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm a digital hoarder, as they like to say. So I have the original cut for every episode.
Patreon
with no edits. So I mean, like literally, we're almost doing that now. I could just put them out. The episodes like that one, and then a few of them after that. Again, Thanksgiving was most likely longer than whatever the edit went out, even though it was an obscenely short movie because we did get really drunk.
We got really drunk, and that was a really funny movie.
Yeah. So we've done both a better job of understanding that we can release a long episode.
People will listen to it.
And just knowing that we have to deal with not over editing. Sometimes we both, when we started, we had not got comfortable with how we spoke.
So literally every yeah, whatever, like it's like, nope, get rid of that. Nope, make that go away.
And we're both getting better. We both still hate it. We both still hear it. So if you are a fan or a critic, if you're someone who's listening who thinks we don't know,
yeah, we know
how stilted our conversation can be sometimes because of the don't come at us, or the
yeah.
Don't come at us. We know.
Fucking yeah.
Right. We're aware of these
we
problems.
know, and it bothers me just as bad as it bothers you. Trust me.
We are both trying to get better. And that's the key thing here, right? Like this is an avenue.
I almost said yeah.
This is an avenue for us to get better. Well, and for yours,
Indeed.
you're like us are hard because it's definitely
it's not a real
I have
thing. To think,
right? Like, but is technically easy. If you just did more commitment to it, sometimes it wouldn't sound like a weird.
Just I don't
it
know.
It would just sound like
I don't know what to say here.
It would be like progressing the conversation, like you know what I mean. Like
put
yes,
some more,
go on,
put some more emphasis in it. Like yeah.
But are always just ums. Ums are always, you know what I mean? Like there's no getting around.
Dude, sing songy, just kind of
That way everybody's okay with it.
Yeah,
they're like, I kind of look forward. I kind of look forward.
It's like a scene transition.
Yeah,
a little twinkle between scenes, right?
Well, maybe I will. Maybe we'll have to let people tell us what they think I should start doing.
You want him to sing the ums now?
Yeah. I don't know if I really got a whole lot else to say really behind that. That's kind of catches you up to how we're doing things. Like the big turning points were literally just jumping in and doing it.
Yeah, that was fun.
How we had to do the beers different, right? Like that was a total eye awakener.
How hard it was to find beers
for some things,
for some shit.
Yes,
like
obscenely hard.
I know you can go online and order stuff, but that gets expensive
Well, yeah,
really
no, like
fast.
especially like we've done a few beers from far away states. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't count if it's like the tri-state area, if it's
Yeah.
Ohio, if it's Indiana, if it's here, if it's Tennessee, maybe if we would drive a little bit south could find it
Yeah,
in state
probably.
still. But we've had a couple from like way out
Wisconsin.
west and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those ones, we were paying just as much, if not more, for the shipping
That
than the
one
beer itself.
That one was
The one we started with.
like 2 beers was like $36 or
S'mores,
something.
yeah, s'mores that we started with was
really good, though.
It was so good, but yeah, it was obnoxious. Like you guys don't even know that's how much commitment we had. We not only bought the equipment to do this,
we bought this expensive beer from across the country.
I started it with a beer that cost me
It was like
dumb money.
It's like $15 a beer almost.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
stupid. It was good.
It was good. Pint cans. And
wish we could have had more of,
but there was
there was no buying more.
The 6-pack had to have been like $40.
Oh, it would have been obnoxious. But again, like that's the thing. Like we will try beer if it's easier if we can find a way to get it to us that's not through one of those companies.
If we can just go to a liquor store and find it,
which is why we tend to do in-state and maybe Ohio. You know, those are the things that are easy to get here. We have though. I have still been able to order some from some other places without like massive shipping. So like that Mother's Milk that we did.
Oh yeah, I liked that one.
That one was shipped to us without massive shipping.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember what site it was through, but yeah, that one I found a place that. But the thing is, like the further away a beer gets, the more likely, even if you're finding a site that houses it, the shipping is still outrageous. Yeah. Well, and it's not even that the shipping should be. It's just that place is charging a lot because they are also warehousing it until you decide you want it.
They bought it in. It's stored for them. You got to
forever.
Pay for that.
Yeah. Well, exactly, because you know some of these are beers that are not meant to keep, so they are definitely putting a lot of effort into making sure.
A lot of craft beers.
What
6 months?
Yeah, 6 months, unless you're doing a lot of work to make sure they're staying. Yeah, so
keep it in the fridge. You can get 9, I think.
Yep. So it is what it is. It was worth it. It is worth it when we do it. That's why we are drinking a lot of stuff closer.
It does help that we have a brewery in town.
Yeah, well, and we've been trying a lot harder to find ways to move some of theirs in to the show.
You know, we love Sawstone here.
We've got one coming up in the probably near future for one of theirs. Yeah, as a little bit of a hint.
Ooh, good segue. Future plans. We want to talk about any stuff we got going on in the future that we're trying to do. To tell the people.
So we are. This is itself a test.
Mm-hmm.
We are
currently right now testing a new
way of
method.
Recording. It's we are using both microphones on separate channels now, so that way hopefully we can maybe take out some of the background. We can take out the I'm stumbling over something while Bo was saying something coherent and you guys had to listen, or vice versa.
Yeah, we can actually mute him and you can hear me, or vice versa.
However we need to do it. And so it's going to be useful. Plus, it's the kind of thing where if we start doing video, which we want to do, we have to be able to do this.
It has to be because it'd be 3 separate. It'd be video, 2 audio channels, right?
It would just be the video feed. We can completely cut out whatever audio is picked up from the video source if we need
really
to.
need to start watching like videos on how to do this.
But we just need to
dumb sometimes.
We need to be able to separate out so that way, again, like we were saying, if one of us is saying something stupid and we want to cut them out entirely from both the video and audio, we have to have them on separate tracks for sure.
Yeah.
And then like do like a zoom in on the other person's face or something, a crop in. We're not gonna have multi-camera, so it won't be a zoom in.
I'm sure you can do it on the computer. Just zoom
well, that's a crop in. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
See, I feel dumb. I need to like actually look and learn the terms of shit.
I mean, I couldn't tell you why I know these. If it makes you feel better, it's not like I've looked it up or anything. Maybe just I mean, I do just like tech. Which, on that note, I think is a great segue. This is an in-between episode. You're gonna hear this. You already know what the next episode you're actually listening to.
Now.
Yeah. But that being said, we should still just go ahead and talk about it. If you're gonna hear this, we should still segue into it again. Technically, Like,
Yeah, because it's
we've
coming
already
up.
done it. Well, we've already done it
Yeah,
for our anniversary. We told them what
yeah,
was
we
next.
already told him it
But so
was.
just that way, a refresher, if
Yeah.
you will. When we come back from our vacation, guys, we are going to be talking about the movie Hackers. So again, perfect segue. It is one of my favorite movies. It is maybe the reason I am so
techie.
like top level into computers,
I like
at least
to-
enough to
he
know
likes
these
to know
things.
how all that shit works.
Yeah, on at
I
least
just
a
wish I
very-
could get it
yeah.
to work.
So, on that note, though, I think we're done. I don't think we need to do any kind of special.
No, I feel like that's
anything.
good.
We will go ahead and
Yeah, go ahead and shout out the beer for the Hackers
again, just that way. Yeah, I don't think last time. So this was our first on air announcement. Last
Yeah.
time we just told them you'll see the picture.
You'll
when
see
you
the picture.
So this is going to be Rheingeist. It's a Cincinnati, so this is an Ohio
Yep.
one. But technically right over the river. I mean, like it's
Super close.
Yeah. Well, and the Rhine, like that part of Cincinnati is really close to the border from the city to Kentucky too.
Isn't there like a footbridge you can literally just walk across?
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
And so the beer though is going to be Electric Glow fruited sour. And so again, this is one of those we got good at, right? Like,
Yeah.
as an episode we're talking about behind the scenes where we got tangentially good
Yeah,
at
just-
connecting it to a movie
Just
or something.
sideways, right?
And so again, if this is Hackers, the movie has a lot of
Electric Glow.
people
Because
staring
they're
at
staring at
screens.
computer screens.
And so it
shit.
just seemed very good, very fitting. Plus, we maybe went really loose for our connection for these because we said, well, we just want to get these done because we know the fans want
Yeah,
them.
y'all voted on
You
these.
voted. This
These
was
are
the
your
second
top-
highest.
Your top 3?
Yes,
Is that what
the
we're doing?
second highest. So we knew you had to want to know,
Yep.
see it.
We got one more coming
That's
after
right.
this one.
And when that one, you can definitely wait to hear.
Yeah,
an
you can wait on
announcement
that
for.
one for the actual Hackers episode.
Yeah. All right. So that's it, guys. That's us signing off.
All right. See you in a little while, guys.
Rarely as drunk as you guys thought.